relatives, friends, mentors, business partners, clients, and media colleagues, and social media colleagues. Kasama na po yung mga basher ko. Thank you so much for taking time to greet me. There's so many of you greeting me every year. You number thousands. So I decided to make this short video para ma-summarize ko na po yung or maisahan ko na lang po or maisama ko na lang yung expression of gratitude to each and every one of you. So thank you very much for joining me in my life. All of you, I believe, were instruments placed by God to in a precise period of my life, in a precise timing in my long years from nothing to a little something. And this is a man who is very contented, who is very happy now in his 50s, and I believe I have already fulfilled my dreams over and over. I have lived a life that I thought I'd never live. I only dream of a simple life, but what I achieve is something that is beyond my wildest dream, and all of you helped me achieve that. And ngayon, in fact, I'm still evolving. You know, I'm still evolving. I'm still reinventing myself, and I am very happy at all period of my life. I have learned so much from my experiences, from you, especially from my parents, my wife, and my children. And thank you also to my wife Anne, my daughter, eldest daughter Ariza, and Asya, and Arno or Armand Din Nokum II. They have a surprise vacation gift for me. Surprise muna ngayon. So we'll be today in my birthday. We'll be having a simple celebration, but babawi po ako sa other kind of celebration in the coming days, and I'm looking forward to that. Pero at this point in my life, I'm a very happy man. I've gone so far from being a provinciano who studied in a public school in Zamboanga City, and we were not really very poor, but we were not also very rich. And I thank my father Armando Nokum for teaching me business early on, including my mother Aida Nokum, who was an assistant principal, but who was also into business. And later on, I will blog each and every phase of this life, where I started in my elementary years. My father encouraged us. We have a big store, but my father encouraged us to sell cigarettes during baile, yung mga sayawan po yun, at saka to man the store. So lahat kami kahit papano sa ngayon business oriented sa pamilya. And I started my first work as a painter, kasi my father, who was the barangay captain, helped rebuild the church or improve the condition of the church. So it was a time that I learned painting, and I learned how to paint walls, ceilings. And when the priest saw that I was good at it, he hired me and my brother in our, I think I was 7 or 8 years old. He hired me to paint. So that was my first experience as a working person and working child, and when he paid us for it, so that started my passion for business, because very early on, including the selling of cigarettes, and then which our father also paid us, and the little money we earned, we used to buy toys from our store also. So those were very good experience. And then I went on to even in college, I went on to become a seller of encyclopedia, ahente po ng encyclopedia. And then ahente rin po ng mga anik-anik na mga native bags and everything. And then I went into journalism, and then even in journalism I still became one of the first to introduce marami po hindi alam ito eh. I became one of the first to introduce tricycad. I started from one tricycad and save up, and then hanggang naging 16 tricycad na operator po ako. Kaya mga kasama ko sa media binibiro na tricycad king daw ako. Pero from there pumutok po yung Little League baseball scam sa when I was already with the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Naging issue talaga po yun. So I had to leave the city and go into exile in Manila because people were already threatening to kill me in Zamboanga. Big people. So nung nandito na po ako ay from tricycad we went with me and my wife, we went into the used car business, and then from used car business we went into the restaurant business in setting up a restaurant in Pasig and in Mabini, Sati Grill House, from which we tried to introduce the Muslim food in Manila, and later po sa SM Fairview. So and then after that when I retired from the Inquirer in 2007, I went into the public relations and then later on political strategy business. So those were very unique kind of work. Alongside that, I was still making myself, turning myself into a very good investigative reporter for the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and winning trophies left and right, including including winning the Marshall McLuhan Award, which afforded me the chance to speak in universities and to integrate and observe the Canadian life of a journalist by touring the whole of Canada from end to end, from Vancouver to Toronto. So those were really unique experiences. Many people are in fact saying that my experiences, exile, selling cigarettes, tricycad. And then I also went while working for a newspaper in Zamboanga, the Morning Times, under the very good journalist and honest journalist and my idol, Rene Fernandez. I also went into NFA dealership, and nagpapa-impress pa ako sa mga kargador ko kasi nagwe-weightlifting ako nung time na yun. Ako mismo nagkakarga ng mga sako-sako ng ng bigas from the truck to my warehouse. So paripakita ko sa kanila na kaya ko rin. At exercise na rin. So those were really unique times in my life, and very colorful and unforgettable ones. And I have never stopped reinventing myself. After I left the Inquirer and put up the Dean and King's Communications, a public relations firm, I also became one of the pioneers in 2008, 2009. One of the pioneers in the use of social media for political campaigns and for corporate clients, for advertising and marketing campaigns, and from there we got a lot of political and corporate clients until I finally went into retirement in 2019. But I thought that was it for me. But again, I reinvented myself into a vlogger. That's why you're now watching me here. That's why I'm now using this medium to thank you and address you. So now I'm a YouTuber. One of the oldest perhaps in the Philippines. Kasi po, nakikita nyo naman, puro bata yung mga ibang vloggers. But I'm enjoying it. I started it as a hobby lang. Nung wala akong magawa during the pandemic, I retired and yet I cannot go anywhere. I cannot engage in my passion. Hindi ako makabakasyon. Lahat tayo nakakulong sa bahay. But I use that time to teach myself. Kasi wala na po akong staff. I disbanded my firm after the 2019 election. Although I pass it on to my daughter, who also put up her own PR firm. And she got some of my staff. Pero ako po, wala na po akong staff. So I had to teach everything to myself. Video editing, meme making, using ng mga apps, lighting, how to get good angles, sounds and everything, and even pag-ayos ng office, ganon I designed this office because this was done later on while I was already into vlogging. So masaya po, masaya. That is my life so far. So I know kahit nag-retire na ako sa PR, nag-retire na ako, semi-retired naman because I do pro bono work for corporate and political clients na basta I share their values and their idealism, I support them for free. So as a volunteer. So and then also as consultant sa mga corporation. So my life is still evolving, is still continuing, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without all of you. My parents, Aida Nokum, my dad Armando Nokum, my brothers Alan, Joey and Gail, and especially my wife Ann, who has been very supportive of me throughout my success in life and failure, and my daughter Ariza and Asha and my only son, and a blessing from God, Arno, who came at the time when we already gave up on the possibility of us having a boy. So this is too much. God, you are so good to me and my family. This is too much, and sana hindi lightning may strike me, or you may not see me next year, but should I go? Kasi at this time, di natin masabi. At the time of COVID, hindi natin masabi. We can be here now. I may be talking to you online now, but next year, in my next birthday, I may not be around. But should that happen, rest assured that I left this world a happy and fulfilled man. Many people are saying with what I have achieved in my life could in journalism, social media, business, and could be worth or 2 to 3 lifetime, because I evolved so much. There was nothing that I didn't try to do. I traveled the world. I've seen it all. As a journalist, I became trapped in Malacanang EDSA 2, EDSA 3. I've been into exile. I was investigated by several committees of Congress as an investigative journalist of the Inquirer. For exposing the pork barrel scam, and I received awards for that, and I also was investigated by the Senate for the Little League scam, and also for I was invited as resource persons for Senate hearings on social media abuse. So those are really very heady and very exciting and very fun period, and I would not change anything in my life. I am very happy with what I did, with the with the humble background that I came from, probinsyano at that, kaya pa utal-utal po yung Tagalog ko, but I thank all of you, including yung mga new friends ko po, the 43,000 subscriber ng vlog ko na ito. They are my new friends, and they are very loyal to me, and we are very close, and that is the pace in my life now. I talk to them, I talk to the public through my blog, and I'm enjoying it. So this is one hell of a life, and these are my thoughts as I celebrate my birthday today. So thank you very much again for being patiently watching this blog, and thank you for all the greetings, and as we say in Zamboanga, vaya con Diyos. Let's walk with God. Mucho y mas gracias a todos.